wrestle not against flesh and blood. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. Most people look at war and see politics, borders, bombs, bloodshed. They trace the cause of it to oil or land, greed, race, or control. But what if I told you that's just the smoke? What if the real fire burns in places most never look? What if the true war, the one that shapes nations, installs kings, topples empires, and manipulates the minds of men, is invisible? No, I'm not talking conspiracy. I'm talking spiritual mechanics. I'm talking about powers and principalities as it was written in the Bible, in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12. Not metaphor, not poetry, but actual intelligences. Spiritual architectures that influence the material world with frightening precision. One that nearly every ancient culture also hinted at in their own language. Invisible rulers, cosmic forces, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This isn't just scripture, it's a code, a map, because what rules nations isn't always what wears the crown. There are energetic hierarchies, non-physical dominions that operate through systems, people, rituals, and collective emotion. These principalities are ancient. Some predate human memory. They are archetypes that possess entire nations. Thought forms energized by fear, by trauma, by belief. Inverted intelligences that feed on suffering. Call them what you will. Archons, demiurges, astral parasites. The Gnostics saw them as rulers of the lower heavens. Plato called them daimones, non-human intelligences that influence thought and behavior. In the Vedic texts, they appear as asuras, beings who oppose cosmic order. In Christian mysticism, they are the powers and principalities of the air. Different names, same game. What matters is they operate in frequency, and the more chaos, the stronger their grip. War, famine, division. It isn't just politics gone wrong. It's a spiritual ecosystem designed to keep the human soul fragmented. The question often asked is, how could they do this? How could ordinary people commit the kind of atrocities that they do? Genocide, carry out torture, bomb cities. Here's how. Possession, not spinning head horror movie style, but energetic overlay. When a nation becomes consumed by a singular idea, whether it be purity, revenge, or superiority, it opens a psychic channel, and that channel invites something in. This is what happened in Nazi Germany. This is what happened in the Rwanda genocide of 1994. What do you think the Crusades were about? These military campaigns organized by the papacy were rituals of possession. Possession doesn't always look like foaming mouths and exorcisms. These entities don't just enter people, they embed in perception, They ride emotion. They feed off attention. And most times, we don't even notice. Possession today wears different masks. It shows up in many forms, such as algorithm hypnosis. When you're not scrolling, you are being scrolled. When the feed shapes your needs, when the next swipe replaces your soul's whisper with noise, that's possession via pixels. Attention hijacked at scale. Then there is false righteousness, when ego cosplays as holiness, when we condemn others not out of love, but from a sense of superiority. It's the spirit of the Pharisee, appearing clean, but inwardly corrupted by pride. There is manufactured outrage, when rage is rehearsed and recycled, when you're mad, but not sure why, just that they must be stopped. It's the bait and drain tactic. Trigger emotion, steal energy. Then you have good versus evil loops, when you're locked in sides, when everything either black or white and nuance is crucified. This polarity trap fuels endless war, not only on the outside but also within. And sometimes possession comes dressed as purpose, as a trending cause, as a job title, as just doing my duty. But anything that disconnects you from soul is a spiritual hijack. The system doesn't care which side you choose so long as you stay inside the loop. There's a reason why war keeps erupting in the same regions. It's not random. Certain lands are spiritually significant. They sit on grid points, ancient vortexes or portals, where energy is concentrated. Control of land is often just a mask for control of power centers. These lands carry the wounds of time. Places such as Jerusalem is a spiritual artery pulsing with unresolved prophecy. The Congo, rich in minerals and ancestral trauma. Iraq, once sooner, the cradle of civilization and original contact zones. Blood spills where karmic memory is thickest, where gateways to other dimensions remain active, and where ritualistic power is still being harvested. What looks like war is often a ceremonial reenactment. The players change, but the altar remains. I need you to understand this. War is a ritual, always has been. And rituals are repetitive acts charged with intention. War is coordinated. It is blood-based. It is watched by millions all over the globe. It is full of symbols, flags, chants, sacrifices. What do you think all of that energy goes? Some of it returns to spirit, but much of it is siphoned, because these powers feed on loosh. Let me explain what loosh is. Loosh is the energy released through intense emotional suffering such as fear, grief, rage, despair, and humans unaware of the battlefield becomes the battery. The moment you believe the war is just between nations, you've already lost. The real war is for your attention. The real war is for your emotional currency, for your allegiance to the illusion. Every tweet, every outrage, every side you pick in blind loyalty fuels the spell. But the moment you recognize the pattern, When you lift your consciousness above the field, you'll begin to see the strings. And when you see the strings, you are no longer the puppet. So what do we do with all of this? We wake up. We stop offering ourselves on the altar of empire. We stop identifying with nations, with sides, with tribes, with flags, because all of it is borrowed identity. Borrowed identity that is forged in blood. We reclaim sovereignty not just as citizens, but as souls. We do the one thing the powers cannot stand. We become conscious, because a conscious soul is unpossessable, and an unpossessable soul cannot be used. In the invisible war, I told you the real battle begins within. But now you see what plays out in nations, what plays out in systems and timelines, is that said inner war amplified. It's not flesh and blood we war against. It's forces that fear our awakening, and they will not go quietly, but neither will we. Here are 5 soul directives for reclaiming your sovereignty in a captured system. 1. Guard the gate of perception. Be mindful of what you consume. News, media, conversations, entertainment. Every input becomes a frequency. Principalities don't just invade, they suggest. Question the narrative. Protect your mind space. 2. Deprogram polarity. Refuse the trap of us versus them, whether it's race, religion, politics, or ideology. Division is a feeding ground for unseen forces. Transcend duality. Choose wholeness over war. Reclaim your rituals. They've weaponized rhythm, symbols, and repetition for manipulation. Reclaim it. Light candles. Speak declarations. Walk barefoot. Play intentional music. Make your daily habits sacred again. 4. Build inner government. Don't just fight corruption in the outer world. Audit your inner kingdom. Who rules your decisions? Fear? Ego? Wounding? Or wisdom? Return to sovereignty. Crown your highest self. 5. Remember the war behind the war. Never forget what appears as politics, power plays, and media spins are just costumes. The true war is spiritual. Recognize it. Prepare for it. Train your discernment. Sharpen your spirit. Here is just a fraction of the hidden war, and it's only just begun. This is the sacred curriculum, the Hidden War series, Part 1, complete.